Alright, what's up guys? Daniel Mia, Raw Man Dan here on YouTube. I wanted to post a video and just kind of go over, I posted on Facebook yesterday that I wanted to make a video today kind of going over why people need to take into effect the possibility of how beneficial a juice feast would be. I've got a few of my friends who's gotten a juicer and hopefully they start to kind of get on board because it is the best decision you can ever make for yourself. So right now I'm day 5 on the Solid Food Vacation Juice Feasting John Rose Protocol. I'm going to go ahead and post this on obviously Facebook and YouTube and try to reach as many people as I can. Come day 7, 8, 9, 10, I mean really around that 2 to 3 week mark is when you just start feeling phenomenal. I mean, I have been feeling very, very good, but in the beginning, you kind of just have to get over the hump, and then you'll really, really start to feel good. So basically, the premise of it is to completely give your body a break on digesting food and having to use its systemic energy to be able to break down food. So, I mean, there's countless books on the benefits of fasting, on how miracles take place when we fast, and that the body is full of wisdom. I mean, our bodies are so intelligent. You don't have to think about breathing. You don't have to think about the heart beating, excuse me. You don't have to think about going to the bathroom. You don't have to do really much of anything. And as long as we take care of it and give it the necessary breaks, especially given the standard American diet, the SAD diet that we've all come to know. A good buddy of mine, Steven from work, told me about the acronym for Standard American Diet. I never even thought about it, that the acronym is SAD. And it truly is a SAD diet. And, you know, I've been talking to a lot of people about this here lately, and I can see it in their eyes. They know that I'm speaking the truth. And that's all I want to do. I just want to bring this knowledge and wisdom to people's awareness, that they don't have to be sick, that they don't have to worry about getting old and getting aches and pains and getting cancer and diabetes, and just the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, it's maddening to think how we've been so programmed into thinking that, oh, well, that's just life. You just get old, you just, you know, your hair falls out, your teeth fall out, you know, you get skin issues, you develop some type of heart disease or cancer, like I said, and you know, that's just life. But it's not. And the problem is that humans do not follow their species-specific diet. And you have to follow your species-specific diet. Okay? If we live against the laws of nature, we will suffer. If we sin, we will suffer. Jesus Christ himself said the wages of sin is death. Okay? So we have to, I believe I said that right. And correct me, comment down below if I said that wrong. It's either the wages of sin or death, or the wages of death is sin. So, but I believe it's the first way. Either way, if we sin, we die. Okay? And then people always want to, you know, where do you get your protein? They're so terrified to not eat. What are you so scared about? I'm 2 months, no animal product, and I've been doing this for years and years, on and off, and every time I get to prove to myself again that this is the ultimate solution to the world's problems. If we can fix our internal self, then the external will be fixed as well. We are all one. And once you clean out the body and you become connected to the divine source, then you realize that we are all one. Okay? So I just had to throw that out there. I like planting seeds. Okay? If I plant enough seeds, eventually I'll have a garden. Okay? We've got to start waking up and realizing that we have been lied to, we have been tricked, we have been duped about some protein myth, okay, about how much bread and grains. We're not grainivores. You cannot put this stuff in your body and expect to have a good outcome. Okay, it's the definition of insanity. We're doing the same thing over and over and over, and we're expecting to get a different outcome. I mean, it is maddening to me. It drives me insane to see the world in such a sick, sad condition, and they can't even fathom it. So wake up and get on the juices and get on the raw living food diet, or at least start implementing more of it in your day-by-day diet, okay? So day 5, John Rose Solid Food Vacation Protocol, and yes, like he says, you are in for a treat if you do it. So I did just want to kind of break down some of the juices that I have. Here I have, just to give you a kind of rundown, and I don't know why my camera is doing that. It's kind of getting darker and lighter, so I apologize for that. So right here I have orange juice and homemade coconut milk that I made myself. This is the bomb. I mean, talk about cleansing and soothing. I mean, just absolute medicine and fantastic. And once you start putting these things into your body, I mean, you start to crave it, you start to love it, you start to want it. And I haven't even been hungry, and I haven't eaten in 5 days. As long as you're flushing, putting the juices into your body, you're getting, all your body really wants is vitamins and minerals. So you're giving your body, this is why the Juice Feast is so amazing, and why I'm so glad that I found John Rose, because I always knew of Juice Feast, and I always knew of juice fasting, I always knew of water fasting, but I just never really thought, like, man, drink like a gallon or 2 a day. Yesterday I drank 2 gallons of juices, okay? It don't get no more real than that, all right? And yeah, you're going to be going to the bathroom a lot, but that's okay. That's what you want. You want to flush. And the problem is, like John Rose says, we don't live in an ideal world anymore. So we're so full of toxins that the water fasting is just, and especially in society, it's just really not an option. With water fasting, you have to take a complete vacation from life. So you can't still go to work and maintain your life, and I mean, especially for women with children or men with children, and you have a family to support, and you have a household to support. I mean, we live in a very strange reality. Honestly, this is not the way that we were meant to live. Okay, this should be paradise, and instead we're bound by the chains of these corporations and the slavery that is having to pay your bills, having to go to Walmart and buy your food. I mean, and we can grow our own food, but we see the society that we were born into, and it's nobody's fault. But we got to start doing some things to try to break free from the bondage of this life. Okay, and it's not just accepting Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. You have to live the Essene life. Listen to or read the Essene Gospels of Peace, and you'll learn that Jesus Christ was a raw foodist, and so is his mother and father, okay? And in the Essene Gospels of Peace, Jesus talks about fasting Beelzebub away and eating the raw living food. You never bring fire to your food. Once you kill your food, you will manifest disease. You can get away with it for a while. We're all getting away with it, but eventually it will catch up to you. And we have been lied to our entire lives about the food and how we're all going to get sick, and oh, it's not our fault, it's just life. It's bullshit. It's bullshit. Okay? So I just wanted to give a rundown, and again, I got to plant those seeds out there. You have to understand that you've been lied to, and you're brainwashed into thinking that you have to eat all the time, and I got to eat and eat and eat and eat and eat. We're doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different outcome, and it can't happen that way. It's never going to work, okay? So day 5, I'm going the distance on this thing, or at least I'm going to try. I'm taking it one day at a time. I might go 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, 40 days, 50 days, 60 days, 70 days, 80 days. I don't care. I'm going the distance until I completely shift the ionic pressure in my colon and I get born again just like Christ the Essene talked about. Okay? You are in for a treat, just like John Rose says, if you do these things, and you're worth it. You're worth it. So I'm going to get to the juice, okay? So orange juice and homemade coconut milk. This is watermelon juice and lemon. It's pretty decent. I really just liked the watermelon, but since I've been making so much juice, I've just been kind of experimenting with it. So I'll sit there for 30 minutes to an hour just making all kinds of cool juices. But it's cool. It almost tastes like a strawberry lemonade. If any of my restaurant people know what a strawberry lemonade tastes like, almost tastes like that. So pretty cool. Then here I have sweet potato, orange, and coconut milk. This is the bomb. It almost tastes like, I had a thought yesterday of, I used to love like dreamsicle snowballs, and I had a thought like, ooh, maybe I could make like a dreamsicle juice, and this is pretty close. The sweet potato, the coconut milk, and the orange juice really almost pull off that like dreamsicle taste. So it's not spot on, but dude, this is like the bomb.com. I'm absolutely loving it. This is orange juice and sweet potato. So again, I was kind of experimenting with the dreamsicle taste, and this was pretty close too. And I mean, the sweet potato is full of calories. I think it's 114 calories per sweet potato. So when you're really when you're juice feasting, if you're like going into work or something like that, or you need something with a little bit more substance, then do the sweet potatoes, because they're like, it's almost like a milk. It's like if because it kind of tastes like carrot a little bit, and it's a little gritty, but man, it is just freaking awesome. And it's almost like a milk. Like, it's so soothing to the GI tract. I mean, it's just absolutely amazing. And then this is gonna be, I'm gonna drink one of these later and then one of these in the morning. This is kale, beet, rainbow chard, bok choy, celery, cucumber, and carrot. And this is primarily greens. It's really purple, if you can see that. Yeah, so it's really purple because of the beets. And beets, I mean, think about your blood and the color of the blood and the color of the beet. You know what I'm saying? That this is like a blood transfusion. Everything that goes into your body becomes your blood, feeds your cells, and becomes the overall entity that we are. So you're gonna want to constantly flush out and cleanse out the blood, okay, and rebuild the body. So these are just some of my juices for today. I've already had, I think about 3 jars of the small jars. I find on the juice feasting, the small jars really work well, because instead of drinking like one 32-ounce one like I normally do, it kind of helps me to like continue on through the day without having to drink the 32-ounce and then having to wait, 2 hours, 3 hours till I drink the other one. So I make a bunch of the 16 ounces a day. You can even do 8 ounces for women if it's maybe too much. The 16 ounces may be too much. Do 8 ounces and maybe a few 16 ounces throughout the day. But man, day 5, feeling absolutely fantastic. And look, I'm not doing this to show off, okay? But I want people to understand that you don't have to get protein and eat a bunch of food and clog up your body to look, I'm just shredded, man. And I mean, again, I'm not doing that to show off. I'm just saying, do I look like I'm, withering away? Do I feel great and I'm looking better and better every single day? And that's not the ego. I say that in the utmost humility, okay? And again, not to show off, but just to show you don't have to eat and eat and eat and eat and get all your protein and do all the breads and the grains and the starches and the this and the that to maintain a healthy body. And once I break down the body, then I'm going to rebuild it with the raw living food. Okay? So day 5, I'm going to come at y'all. During day 7 or 8, I'm probably going to kind of maybe wait a few days, and I'll try to make a video tomorrow. I think my head was getting cut off there, but whatever. So any of my friends who are looking to start and rebirth themselves and to have a life that you would have never imagined and to feel better than you would have ever imagined, please contact me and let me know. I'm going to put this video on Facebook and on YouTube, Raw Man Dan. Like, share, subscribe, because I got more coming, and we can all do this together, okay? And let's get it. Let's be the change that we all want to see. We all want change deep down in our hearts, and the only way to see it is to be it. All right, so take care of yourself, day 5, and I'll come at y'all again soon in the later days of this juice feast, okay? Go the distance and love yourself. Peace.